Hello and good morning to all of you. This is Vijayam Physics classes. I am Siraj Kumar sir. So today we are going to discuss about electrostatics. In the electrostatics today we'll try to complete around 10 basic problems related to electrostatic forces. So this is my third video on electrostatics. In the first video I discussed about what is meant by charge and what are the properties of the charge. And in today's class I am going to discuss about the electrostatic forces. In the second video I discussed about the Coulomb's law. Okay, see what is the Coulomb's law here? It's nothing but the force between two charges. Okay, the force between two charges is directly proportional to product of the charges and inversely proportional to the charges. And we got F is equals to K Q1 Q2 by R square, where the K value depends upon the medium. Suppose if it is a free space, it is 1 by 4 by epsilon naught, or nothing but 9 into 10 to the power of 9 its value. Suppose if it is a medium, then its value is 1 by 4 by epsilon. And here also one more thing, in the medium, the force decreases by K times, means it is F dash equal to F by K. So those are the things we discussed in the last class. So in today's class we are going to discuss about the various problems based on this Coulomb's law of electrostatic forces. So I will be doing 10 problems. So these 10 problems I have written on the description. So you can see the problem there, and also you can observe the video here. You can try the problems on your own. If you are not getting, then see my video carefully. Okay, so here in the description box I have given these 10 problems. If any one of you want the soft copy of this one, okay, please send the request in WhatsApp. I will send you through WhatsApp. Okay, see, let us start the problems. See, based on these electrostatic forces. Now see the problem number 1. See, the problem number 1 is that there are two charges are there. So one is of 4 microcoulomb and another one is 1 microcoulomb. Let us write down. See here, Q1 equal to 4 microcoulomb and here Q2 equal to 1 microcoulomb, and they are separated by distance R equal to, they are given as 10 centimeter. So means here what they are given here, see here they are given two charges. Let us say this one is Q1 and let us say at some distance, okay, at some distance, see what they are given Q2, and they are separated by distance 10 centimeter. And the Q1 value, how much they are given here? They are given as 4 microcoulomb, and the next one they are given as 1 microcoulomb here. And here they are separated by 10 centimeter. Then what is the force acting here? So what is the question they asked here? What is the force acting on the charges? See, that is the force. Okay. So it's a very simple. We know that F is equals to K Q1 Q2 by R square. See, first I will start with the small problems, then we will go to the complicated problems. Okay, see F is equals to, so what is the K here? K value is nothing but 9 into 10 to the power of 9 that we already discussed. Therefore 9 into 10 to the power 9 multiplied by 4 into 10 to the power minus 6, because a micro means what? Micro means 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, multiply by 1 into 10 to the power minus 6 by R square. What is the R value? 10. See, 10 you convert into meter, so it is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 1 meter. Therefore 10 to the power of minus 1 whole square. Okay, so therefore if you just multiply this one, then what you will get? You will get 3.6 Newton. See, the same force, remember, see, suppose these two are positive. Same 3.6 Newton is acting in this direction, and the same force is also acting on Q2 in this direction. Okay, it's a simple and direct problem. First we'll start with simple and direct problem, then we'll do complicated problems. Okay, so here they gave two charges and they are separated by distance R. Then what is the force here? K Q1 Q2 by R square. Okay, now, okay, have you understood this one? Okay, you can pause and you can note down the points. Okay, then see carefully here. Then let us look at another problem. The same model. the same model. See carefully here what they are given here. They are given same. See the second problem now. See in the second problem what they did is that see Q1, Q2 same. Okay, they are same. No doubt about that. Okay, and the distance is 10 centimeter. But here they are asking, see the second problem. I am saying about second problem. So they are asking about find the point where the net force is 0. So find the point somewhere where the net force is 0. That is the second question. Then here, then what we do, let us take this distance here and x here. And then how much is left over here? That is 10 minus x. Okay, now this is the point P, let us say. So on point P, what we will do, we will place another charge. Let us say the charge is Q. See this charge Q is experiencing force due to this 4 microcoulomb, and it also experiencing force due to 1 microcoulomb. So they will say, let us say this one is 3. Okay, see here the force acting on 3 due to 2 will be acting this direction. Okay, and the force acting on 3 due to 1 is acting in this direction. Now see, let us equate both. Okay, so if I equate both, then say what I get here, see carefully. See K, the force acting on 3 due to 2, see here is equals to force acting on 3 due to 1. Both are equal. They are equal now, then only it will stay in equilibrium, because he asked the question, what he asked, the point where it will remain in equilibrium. So therefore see F32 is equals to F31. So therefore K into, so here this side and that side also same micro will be there, so no need to write once again. Therefore see K 32. So K, this charge Q, K Q1 Q2 by R square. What is R square here? 10 minus 1 whole square. Sorry, 10 minus x whole square. That is equals to, okay, I have taken in centimeter only. The answer also will come in centimeter only. Okay, K. Okay, what is the charge here? Q. Okay, K31. Sorry, F31. It's nothing but 4 by x square. Okay, now see here what will cancel here? See, observe here, see K will cancel, Q will cancel. Okay, now here what we'll do? Let us square root on both sides. Therefore, what you get here 1 by 10 minus x is equals to 2 by x here. You can now do the cross multiplication. Then what you will get here, see x value will get it as 20 by 3 centimeter. You can do that one. You can do that simplification. Okay, just do the cross multiplication. Means what you will get here, x is equals to 2 into 10 minus x. So then finally what you will get here, x is equal to 20 by 3 centimeter. Okay, sir, are you following what I am saying here? See, can you see here in the second question what they asked here? They are asking about, suppose if the two charges are separate by 10 centimeter, then see find the equilibrium point when a charge Q is placed over there. Then what we got here? We got x is equal to 20 by 3 centimeter. Okay, next here, see the third question here. See the same question, almost the same model. Okay, almost the same model. But see a small change will be there. See here, observe here. Okay. Okay. Now see carefully here. See what they are given here. Then see, suppose it is 4 microcoulomb. This is 1 microcoulomb. Now let us say I will make it as negative here. See what I will do here. I will make it negative. See, let's say the third problem. In the third problem, say one is positive, other one is negative. See in the second problem, what we got? See both are positive or both are negative. Then the equilibrium point will stay inside. Okay, now it is one is positive and another one is negative. Then where will be the equilibrium point outside between these two from 1 microcoulomb? That is the question here. Then see carefully. This one is how much they give? 10 centimeter. That is at a point at a distance x. Let us say the same horizontal line. This is a point B. You place a charge Q. Okay, now tell me here what will happen here. Say this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3. Okay, then here who is acting here? See, observe here, this one is negative, this one is positive. See, remember positive force always outward and negative force is always inward. Means what? The negative charge will try to attract this one. Positive charge will try to repel that one. So therefore, see at point B, what are the forces acting here? So the force acting on 3 due to 1 will be in outward direction, and here the force acting on 3 due to 2 will be inward direction. Again, both are equal and opposite. Then only it will stay in equilibrium. So therefore, here F32 is equals to F31. Therefore, K. So what is 3? 3 is that, so K cube, what is 2? 1 by x square, because between 3 and 2, what is the distance here? X. That is equals to K, what is this one? Q, means 1 and 3. Okay, K Q into 4 by, what is this one here? X square. This one is 10 plus x. So 10 plus x whole square. Again, what will do? Let us cancel on both sides. Say cancel. Then again take the square root. What you will get here? Say 1 by x is equals to 2 by 10 plus x. Now do the cross multiplication. 10 plus x is equal to 2x. Therefore x is equal to 10 centimeter. So this is another model. Means what? Suppose one is positive, another one is negative. Then equilibrium point stays outside. Even this side also. Even this side also you can measure, even that side also you can measure. Okay, and here the next thing is that, see here, what are the three models I said? The force between two charges. If both are positive, then where the equilibrium position lies. If one is positive, another one is negative, where the equilibrium position lies, that is outside. If both are negative also, the equilibrium position stays inside only, somewhere. That you have to calculate. Okay, now see the fourth problem. Okay, now see the fourth problem. So in the fourth problem, see same model again the same model. Okay, see again the same model here. Okay, in the same model now what we will do is that, say let us say, okay, let us again take two charges 1 and 2. Okay, say let us say this one is 4 microcoulomb. This one is 1 microcoulomb. Right? At some place, say the distance between them is 10 centimeter. Okay, let's say this distance is x and this one is 10 minus x. And here we place the charge q. So here then what we got here, x is equals to 20 by 3 centimeter we already got. Okay, now my doubt is, now find the charge q. That is the one. Then you have to find, see, suppose okay, I placed it 20 by 3 centimeter, then I got it is in equilibrium. Then find the charge q here. Then how we can find the charge q? Okay, are you following? So what I am saying? See, find the charge q here. Then here how we can find this one? See, observe here carefully. And then what we will do? Say on q also force is acting, on 4 and 1 also force is acting, but they are in equilibrium, they are not moving. Due to this force, they are not moving here. Now here then it is not to move, at the same time they should stay in equilibrium. Then definitely here what should happen is that this must be negative here. If it is negative, then what will happen? It will be attracted by this one, but at the same time, see these two are repelling, so that attractive and repulsive force will cancel. So here what I will do is that, see this one I will call it as 3. So I will write it as, see, F13 must be equal to the F12. Okay, the force acting between 1 and 2 must be equal to the force acting between 1 and 3. In that case only, the middle one will be in equilibrium. Okay, then see, then let us write down what is F13. F13 is equal to K 4 into 10 power of minus 6. Okay, K into 4 into 10 power of minus 6, K13. Okay, that is Q by, what is the distance here? 20 by 3 into 10 power of minus 2 whole square. That is equals to K. Okay, now yes, you now tell me here F12, 1 into 1 into means what? 4 into 10 power of minus 6, 1 into 10 power of minus 6 by how much? How much you should write here? See here, it's nothing, the distance between them is 10 centimeters. So 10 into 10 power of minus 2 whole square. Okay, now solve this one. Then you'll get the k value. See, you'll get the q value. See, what cancel here? See, k cancel. 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 6 cancel. Then 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 2 leave it, no problem. Then you see what you left over here now. Okay, 4 is there. Oh, sorry, 4 cancel here. Okay, then here, see, carefully observe here. See, q is equals to, okay, q is equals to, okay, 10 to the power of minus 6 multiply by 10 to the power minus 6 multiply by 20 square is how much? 400 by 9 multiply by 1 by 10 square is how much here? 100. Therefore, what is the charge here? 4 by 9 microcoulomb, and this must be negative. Okay, because the repulsive force between these two must be equal to the attractive force between these two. Then only it is possible. Okay, it is nothing but 4 by 9 microcoulomb. And it must be negative. Remember that. Suppose if it gives positive, negative, then again you need to write. So what is the force is acting there? And again you have to do that side. So if both are negative, then it will be positive. Okay, like that. Okay, this model also you understood, sir. Okay, now let us move on to the next model. Okay, so this is called, see here in this one what we will do is that, in this one what we will do that, see here we will use what is called principle of superposition. So what do you mean by principle of superposition? See, principle of superposition means, see, every time whenever you are calculating force, if more than two charges are there, then you should take into consideration, see, on what the force is acting. So means here you should forget about the force between other two charges. See carefully what is the principle of superposition. See, according to principle of superposition, suppose if you ask me to find the force on me, then you should take into consideration only me only. Suppose see now here, suppose the wind, see the board is there, this charge is there, the other thing is there. The force between these two is not at all a considerable one here. Okay, see, let us look at one side. See the problem number 5. So in this problem number 5, what we do? See, let us take 4 charges here. Remember, it is a square. The side of the square is L. Okay, the side of the square is L. And see carefully here what I did. I placed 4 charges here at the 4 corners. Okay, at the 4 corners, I placed 4 charges here. So let me name them as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now find the force on the charge 1. Okay, see here, see, according to principle of superposition, what we should do, we should consider only the force on charge 1 only. The force between these two is not at all our consideration at all. Okay, see here, observe here carefully. So you need to find the force on the charge 1. Then here, what we'll do here, see, this one is anyway the charge q. See, on 1, see here, remember I have given all are positive here. All charges are positive here. Therefore, you see the force acting on 1 due to this side, because outward both are positive repulsive. And here the force acting on 1 due to 4, that is also outside. See, similar charges and the same distance. Therefore, here what I can write here, see, can I write it as F12 is equals to F14. Both are same because both are K. Q1, Q2. What is Q1, Q2? Q into Q. Q square by L square. Both are one in the same. Okay, now here see, now tell me these two, how these two are, see, they are having an angle between them is 90 degrees. Okay, now tell me what is the resultant force acting on between these two. So the resultant force acting on this one will be, let us call them as F1. Okay, then what is, okay, if not you can call it as some FP. Okay, then tell me what is FP here. See the resultant of these two. See both are perpendicular, both are same. Therefore let us call them as, see, let us say some F square plus F square. Okay, you name them as F. Okay, F square plus F square will be how much here? It's nothing but, okay, 2F square. It's nothing but F root 2. Okay, therefore FP equal to how much? See, what is the resultant force here? See, this is root 2. What is F here? KQ square by L square. Okay, that is FP. But here, apart from this one, there is another one is also acting. You see, the third one is also, see, the third one is acting in this direction. These two are repelling. So this one is F1, 3. Force acting on 1 due to 3. The distance here is root 2L. Therefore, now tell me what is the F13? See, F13 is equals to how much? Say F13 is equals to see K. What is the charge between them? KQ square by what is the distance here? Root 2L. So root 2L whole square means how much? KQ square by 2L square. Therefore, F13 is equals to KQ square by 2L square. Remember, the K value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. That will substitute at the end. Okay, that's why I am not substituted here. Okay, F13 equal to KQ square by 2L square. Okay, then see, observe here, the FP is this direction, F13 is in this direction. Therefore, what is the F net here? Okay, here let's see, F net is equals to FP plus F13. Okay, then here what is FP here? Root 2 KQ square by L square plus KQ square by 2L square. Thereby, what is F net here? See, F net is equals to, say I will take KQ square by L square as common. Therefore, what I will get here, it's nothing but root 2 plus 1 by 2. This is the answer. You can see once again, see here what is said here. Suppose if there is a square is there. So in the square, there are 4 charges are there. The 4 charges are placed at the 4 corners of the square. Then what is the force acting on the charge 1? So on 1 who is acting, that only we should see. So on 1 who is acting here, the 2, so F1 2. Okay, 4 is acting F1 4. And the resultant of these two will be FP. And the third one is there, the third one is also acting. So third one is acting in this direction. See, both are in the same direction, therefore what is the net force here? So Fp plus F13. Means how much it will be? It will be nothing but KQ square by L square into root 2 plus 1 by 2. Okay, understood? Okay, now see, let us look at, okay, you can pause and you can copy it afterwards. Okay, now see the same problem. Now what I will do? See, I will just change a little bit. Remember the same problem. Okay, the same problem, same 4 charges are there. Okay, now the problem number 6. In the problem number 6, what I will do? See, I will take this charge is negative. See, one charge is negative here. Okay, one charge is negative here. Then if one charge is negative, then what is the force acting on charge 1? That is the question here. Then here, how will you do this one? See carefully. See, observe here carefully here. It is a negative. Then see what will happen? See, the force on 1 due to 4 is acting upward, means towards 4, because this is negative. Negative is always attractive. And here see F1 2 is also acting in this direction. Okay, is also acting in this direction. So the resultant of these two will be how much? That is FP. See FP, see F1 to F1 4 both are same. That is same. No need to write once again. See, okay, you need to write. You please write down. Okay, F1 to and F1 4 same. The resultant of these two will be FP in the other direction. And here see, this is negative, this is positive. So again what will happen? Again see the F13 is acting in the other direction. So again what you get is F net, Fp plus F13. Again you get the same answer, but this side. But now what is the direction? See in the 5th problem you got it outside. Now it is inside. That is the difference. Okay, now see here in the 6th problem what they give. See here they are given that if one of the charge is negative. Okay, if one of the charge is negative, then what is the force here? So the force is nothing but the same, but in the inward direction. Okay, now see the seventh problem. Same problem. So the same thing. Okay, again the same thing, but here small difference. Okay, small difference. See here what I'll do now. So what I'll do now. See here, I'll take this one is negative. This one is negative. This one is negative. This one is positive. This one is positive. Means what? The charges which are placed on the diagonals are opposite in nature. Okay, now tell me. Now tell me what is the direction then? What is the direction of the forces then? Okay, come on. Let us try now once again. Now this time what will happen? See carefully. This is negative. This is positive. This is negative. This is positive. Then tell me what is the direction of the force? See the direction of the force. So the F12 will be in this direction. Okay, this is F12. Now here this one F14 in this direction. But if this is negative, so both are repulsive or attractive? They are repulsive. So definitely what will happen here? See here the F13 will be in this direction. And also one more thing, see in this direction what we got? We got Fp, the resultant of these two. See Fp will be in which direction? In the inward direction. And in F13 will be in which direction? Outward direction. See, are you following? See, the seventh problem what they give? See, these two are negative and these two are positive. Okay, these two are negative and these two are positive they give. Okay, now tell me what will happen. See, F13 will be in which direction? F13 will be in the outward direction and the Fp, the resultant of these two, will be inward direction. Therefore, now what is F net now? Say Fp, see Fp is more or F13 is more, so definitely it appears that Fp looking more here. Means according to this, see this is root 2, this is 1 by 2. So definitely this one will be more. Therefore Fp minus F13. Therefore this one will be Fp minus F13. So this one will be how much here? Root 2 minus 1 by 2. Very simple. See here, are you following? So what I am saying here? See the seventh problem. In the seventh problem they give two opposite charges on the either diagonals. Then what we got here? We got the resultant force is negative here. Means what we got? Subtraction here. Okay. Okay. Now let us look at another case. Okay. Are you following what I am saying? See the eighth problem. Okay. Okay. You can pause and you can copy afterwards. Okay. Now see, look at eighth one. See what is the eighth problem here? Okay, so now I am going to discuss the eighth problem. See in the eighth problem what we will do? See here, note down. See in the eighth problem they are given that. See they are given triangle. So they are given one triangle. Okay, in this triangle what they did? Again they kept the same charges. Same charges. Okay, let us call it as 1, 2 and 3. Now find the force acting on 1. Remember, this is an equilateral triangle. What is this triangle here? This one is equilateral triangle. Okay. So in the equilateral triangle, now what is the force here? So observe here carefully here. Force is acting on 1. See, on 1 is asking force. So force is acting on 1, 2, like this. And a force is acting on 1, due to 3 in this direction. Now here the angle is how much here? Theta. And so therefore this one is also theta. Therefore what is the resultant force here? So this one is F net here. Now here between them theta is there. So what is the formula we will apply here? So anyhow see here F12 is equal to F13 is equal to how much here? K. Okay, the side is L, let us say. KQ square by L square. So again you call it as F. Now tell me what is the F net here? See carefully. F net is equals to the angle between them is theta. Therefore root over okay a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. You remember this formula? Okay, in vectors we learned that one. Therefore F net is equals to root over see f square, because see same f only, f square plus 2f square cos theta. Therefore, f square plus f square is how much here? 2f square. Therefore, 2f square into 1 plus cos theta. But what is 1 plus cos theta here? 2f square into 2 cos square theta by 2. Here 1 plus cos theta value is 2 cos square theta by 2. Therefore, what you get here? So 2f cos theta by 2. That is the f net here. Say never ever please substitute any values. Every time first derive a formula, then try to substitute there. Therefore, what is f net here? Say f net is equals to 2 into, what is f here? kq square by l square into cos theta by 2. Okay, this is the one. Okay, sir, are you following what I am saying here? Okay, this is the 8th problem. So let us move on to the 9th problem then. Okay, so here now we are discussing the 9th problem. So here up to 8th problem we discussed. Now see the 9th problem. In the 9th problem what we have? See here they are given one uniform rod. So this is a uniform rod they are given here. Okay, and here whose length is L. Okay, and having a linear charge density lambda. See carefully, see here what they are given. Lambda is the linear charge density. Linear charge density is lambda. Okay, then you see what they are saying is that, see, they get one charge here, another charge here. The charge of this one is a small q, and here this charge is at a distance d. Okay, see, remember this one is lambda means one linear charge density, means this one is also a charged rod. This charged rod is there and a point charge is there. Okay, now what is the force between these two? That is the question here. Okay, remember, see, lambda means what here? Actually linear charge density. So linear charge density means what is it? It's the density, the charge per unit length of the rod. Okay, then here see how we can do this sum. See here, to do this sum here, what we do? See, let us consider a small strip here. A small strip. Okay, let us say the length of this one is dx. And here this length dx is at a distance x from the point charge. Okay, so here the length dx is at a distance x from the point charge. Okay, and here say the charge of this one is, let us say, dq. Therefore here what you can do is that, see here you can say, see here the charge lambda equal to dq by dx. Okay, or if not you can also write here dq is equals to lambda into dx. Okay, let us make it into two parts. Okay, are you following what I am saying? See, let us say we have a rod here. Okay, we have a point charge here. So remember, this is a variable charge. Say when at a distance d, we have only this much length of rod is there, only the starting edge is there. See, by the time you reach a length L, see, you have entire charge is there. So means your charge is variable here. So that's why here what we did, we have taken a small length here. Okay, now see, observe here carefully. Now here we have dq and this one is q and distance between them is x. Therefore here what is the force here? See here dF is equals to, okay, see here the force due to this small charge is equals to, so dF is equals to k into the another charge, point charge dq into dq by, what is the distance here? The distance is x square. And also see carefully here, dF is equals to kq. In the place of dq, can I write down lambda dx? So lambda into dx by x square. Okay, can I write like this? Okay, then here see here, let us integrate this one on both sides. So integral df is equals to, okay, kq we can bring it outside, lambda also you can bring outside. Integral x to the power of minus 2 into dx. Let us integrate this one. Say from where to where we have to integrate here. Say it is changing from d to, see here how much length here, d to d plus l. See, are you following some what I am saying? See, D to see the length is D, and from here to here it is how much length? The D plus L. Therefore, here what is the integral here? That is nothing but F. The value of df is F. Okay, k q lambda as usual. Okay, and the integral value of x to the power minus 2 is how much here? It's nothing but minus 1 by x from D to D plus L. Okay, are you following the what I am saying? See here we are integrating from D to D plus L. Okay, so therefore if I substitute this one, then say what I get here, F is equals to k q lambda. Okay, so let us bring the minus. Okay, minus you can keep there, no problem. So minus of 1 by D plus L. Okay, minus of this one will be plus 1 by D. Okay, if you do the LCM here, then see what you will get here. See finally, okay, see K means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, then a Q lambda D by 4 pi epsilon naught into D into D plus L. This is the final answer. Okay, that you can do. See here, the K value is how much here? The K value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So in the place of K, I substitute 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. And here say the LCM of this one, D into D plus L. And here say minus D plus D plus L. Minus D plus D cancel. So therefore, okay, Q lambda L. Okay, Q lambda L by 4 pi epsilon naught into D into D plus L. That is the answer you will get. Okay, sir, are you following what I am saying? It's very simple. The thing is that here one rod is there and one point charge is there. So this is a variable one. See, it is not a point charge here. So in that case, what we have to do? We have to choose one small length and we have to do that, sir. Okay, let us move on to the final problem, the 10th problem. See, in this 10th problem, what they are given is that, okay, you can pause and you can copy afterwards. Okay, then see carefully here. See, in the 10th problem, what we are going to do? We are going to discuss about, see, there is one ring is there. See, in this 10th problem, what they are given here? You see, 10th problem, very nice problem. See, in this 10th problem, see, they are given that there is one ring is there. Okay, this is the ring. Okay, a ring. Okay, which is of radius R. Okay, and it is of charge Q. Okay, this is a ring of radius R and a charge Q. Okay, and here at the center they kept another charge Q. See, remember, you now see, observe here carefully. Here what they are saying is that, say there is a ring is there, ring of charge Q is there. Okay, and a charge Q is kept in the middle. Now they are asking, find the tension in the ring here. See, because say these two are both are positive, so both will repel. As due to repulsion, what will happen? The tension occurs in the ring. Then what is the increment of the tension in the ring? That is the question here. So for that purpose, then what we will do here? So how we can solve this problem? See, this is our radius R. Okay. So here first of all, what we will do? Let us choose even in this one also. So let us choose one small length here. So let us choose one small length. Let us call it a DL. Okay, small length. And say this small length will make. So if we take the radius here, then say what I'll get here? Say I'll get a small angle d theta, and the radius is R. Okay. See, once you observe here carefully here, I think you know about this one. Like see arc length. This is arc length is DL here. Therefore, here angle is equals to arc length by R. Okay. Therefore, what you can write? You can write DL equal to R into d theta. Okay, agree? Say DL equal to R into d theta. And you see here we have a small charge here. Let's say the charge is some dq. Let us say. Okay, therefore you see what you can write here, dq by dl is equal to how much here? So dq by dl equal to q by total length L. But what is the total length L here? Say L is equals to 2 pi capital R. Okay, are you following? So what is here? See, let us say this is the small charge dq. Therefore, dq by dl equal to q by L. Therefore, it is nothing but q by 2 pi capital R. Therefore, see, if I can write here, dq is equal to how much here? Say dq is equals to, it's nothing but q by 2 pi r into dl. But what is dl here? dl equal to r d theta. Therefore, if I can write here, see here, q by 2 pi r into d theta. Therefore, r get cancelled. Therefore, see here, what is the dq here? See, dq is equals to, okay, see here, what is the dq value here? See here, r get cancelled. Therefore, q by 2 pi, okay, q by 2 pi into d theta. Okay, now, okay, see here, dq is equals to q by 2 pi into d theta. Now, this one is dq, this one is q. Therefore, what is the force here? See here, the force is nothing but, okay, see here, are you following? So, what I am saying? See here, the force is nothing but, see here, k dq into q by, sorry, k dq, this dq into q by r square. But what is the dq value? Therefore, f is equals to k into q by r square into, what is dq here? It's nothing but q by 2 pi into d theta. Can I write like that? So are you following what I am saying? See here once again what I did here. I took the small length. Okay, I took the small length dl. Okay, so at the small length dl, it is making a small angle d theta. Therefore, here see what we got at d theta equal to, this angle equal to arc length by radius. Therefore, dl equal to r d theta. The total length is 2 pi r. Therefore, dq by dl equal to total charge by total length. Therefore, q by 2 pi r. Therefore, in the place of dq, what I did here? So, q by 2 pi r, I have sent this dl this side into dl. So, dl value is substitute r d theta. Therefore, we got dq is equal to q by 2 pi into d theta. Now, here the same thing I substituted here. Therefore, what is the force we got here? Force equal to k q by r square into 2 pi into d theta. So, this is equation number 1. Okay, are you following? Okay, now see, let us look at this small length. See, the small length, what I do, see, observe here carefully. The small length, whatever we got, see, the small length I will take it. See, let us take like this. Means I have just magnified that one. I just magnified that one, okay? And here, see, observe here carefully. See, this small length, what it is doing now. See, due to the charge present in the middle, so what is happening is, see, the tension is acting on that. Therefore, see, the tension will be T this side, and the tension will be T this side. Okay, see, and what we have here, this one is d theta, the angle here is d theta. Let us make it into two parts. So, small length will be d theta by 2. Okay, then here let us see, this one is small angle. Remember, this is small angle. Okay, see, once you observe here carefully, see, observe here, this is d theta by 2. Okay, this is 90 degrees. Then this is 90 minus d theta by 2, and again here what you will get here? Again you will get here. So finally you will get here. This one is d theta by 2. Okay, and here even this one also. Here what you will get here? See, this one is also d theta by 2. Okay, now resolve this tension to two components here. Resolve this into two components. See, one is T cos d theta by 2, and here also T cos d theta by 2, this side. And here downward, how much you will get here? T sin d theta by 2, and this side T sin d theta by 2. Okay, so here T sin d theta by 2, T sin d theta by 2. So total is how much here? So here, what is the total force acting due to tension here? So the force acting is nothing but 2t sine d theta by 2. So we know that if the angle is very small, therefore what you can write is sine d theta by 2 can be written as d theta by 2. Therefore here let us substitute that one here. Therefore what is the force here? 2t into d theta by 2. Therefore here 2 get cancelled. Therefore what is the force here? Force is equals to t into d theta here. Now here we got force here. So here in the place of force, let us substitute that one here. Therefore here, see here we can write here. See, observe here carefully. Force is equals to t into d theta is equal to k q by 2 pi r square into d theta. Therefore here you can cancel this d theta and d theta. Therefore what is tension in the ring? The tension in the ring is nothing but QQ. Say the K value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Let us substitute that one here. Therefore, what you will get here? 8 pi square epsilon naught into R square. That is the tension in the ring. Okay. So once again observe carefully. See, first of all we got the force. Then say try to understand this one. See here what we did. This one we magnified here. See, because the tension T is acting here, the tension T is acting here. See, the tension T, what we did here, we just resolved into two components. See, T cos d theta by 2, T cos d theta by 2, they both cancel. As they both cancel here, what is left over here? 2t sine d theta by 2. That is the net force here. Okay, sir, or you see, once observe here carefully. See, 2t sine d theta by 2 is acting in this direction. And here the force between the charges is acting in another direction. And here both are balancing, so that's why we equated both. Okay, thank you all. See, you can find these 10 problems in description. So first read the problems in the description and try to do on your own. If you are not getting those, then please observe my video and see the procedure how I am doing here. Please follow this procedure. See here, in the electrostatic, the force related problems I explained in total 10 problems. So use these 10 problems to solve the other problems related to force. It is very easy to do. In the next video, I will make about electric field. Okay, the electric field and its importance, and also the problems related to the concepts related to the electric field. Okay, thank you all. Thank you all for listening to. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you very much. Okay.